Welcome to our way. Today we are reacting to our first Kevin Samuels video. If you are new, please consider subscribing.
If you got ill, a life-threatening illness, do you feel secure then? Do you have good insurance?
Yes, I do.
Good health insurance?
I actually work for one of the top tech companies. So I do.
You said retail.
hmm
So you could survive a cancer diagnosis financially.
Yes.
On retail.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you.
We have great benefits.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, or you do?
I'll just say I believe you. Do you own your own home?
I don't.
Are you in an apartment?
I am in a house. I am renting.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what your medical deductible is?
Like for the year, or like every time I go to the doctor? I don't go to the doctor. I mean, I'm
Well, I'm a
very
cancer
healthy.
survivor, ma'am. I'm a cancer survivor, and
Yeah.
I just don't know. I work retail. I just don't know many retail people who have great medical benefits. I'm sorry, I just don't.
hmm
I just don't know.
The company provides a lot of resources.
$500,000
Yeah.
worth of $500,000 medical bill, major surgery, chemotherapy. No, ma'am, not retail. No,
Well, okay. So I don't know about that, but
I know,
what
and that's why I'm
have
saying
needed.
my point is you don't know, and you have to, because you have what I would consider to be false security. Your godparents.
Ha 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 ha. Kevin Samuel is not actually not trying to be offensive to her, but rather trying to remind her of his experience in the same field. He goes ahead to remind her that he's a cancer survivor and that during his past, he never attained extreme medical insurance from a related role she currently holds. One thing for sure, Kevin Samuels is trying to debunk the idea that this modern woman is secure. At this point, Kevin doesn't want anyone earning below $100,000 to feel safe with her job.
They're older than you. Your sisters, are your sisters married? Do they have kids?
My little brother just got married. No. I am actually the oldest.
Uh-huh.
So
Are you earning more than six figures annually?
I'm sorry?
Are you earning more than $100,000 annually?
No.
70,000?
No.
50,000?
Yes.
60,000?
No.
Arizona, Tucson, Scottsdale?
Yeah, that area.
You're broke. Paycheck to paycheck. $60,000 Tucson, Scottsdale, where the cost of living is about 130% of the national average. $60,000 is every bit of $45,000 in Houston or Dallas. That's paycheck to paycheck. It's paycheck to paycheck. No savings. Now, unless you get some sort of inheritance or whatever, it's not living money.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you think you'd need to survive between 65 and 85? That's almost $2 million cash.
Mm-hmm.
You can't save that. You have to invest your way to that.
Yeah.
And women feel secure because no one's trying to boop them in the head and take their sandwiches. So my point is this. Relationships, especially, I'm pushing harder because you said you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how this lines up with us as Christians. You're supposed to be in a relationship. That's a woman's purpose on the planet. Is it not? In our faith tradition, what is your purpose? To be,
Honestly, I mean, yes, there is to be in a relationship, but like,
uh-huh.
I also believe that like serving and loving God. I feel like you
Uh-huh.
kind of have given me, like, you kind of just blanketed me because of the things that I've shared in regard to
I
being
blanketed you
single and
because
stuff
you
like
said
that.
you're a Christian woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whose headship are you under?
I am I do go to church. I do
Whose
serve. I
leadership,
help out.
headship?
Are you talking about like relationship or like at my
Headship.
church?
If you were raised in Christian tradition, you're supposed to go from your father's house to your husband's
Hmm.
house. In the interim, it's
I
acceptable to
still
be.
submit to my
Hold on.
godparents.
In
I
the
still
interim, you're
submit
supposed to be under the
to my
Hold
parents.
on. In the interim, under your pastor's headship.
Yeah.
But you're out here on your own, making up your own Christian rules. This is modern Christian feminism because I have a heart for Jesus. That's why I'm going to break apart Sierra's prayer because so many women believe I got a relationship with God by myself. But yeah, but where's the vertical relationship? Who's leading you? Who are you submitting to? Who's guiding you?
Kevin Samuels just called it modern Christian feminism. Kevin believes it's wrong for women to live on their own without a person they look up to. This modern woman is caught off guard. Kevin Samuels finds out that she's broke but still living alone without a person like a pastor to look up to. Her situation is interesting.
I have pastor, and then I have my godparents, and then I have
When
my
you say
adopted parents.
your pastor is male or female?
Uh, he's male, but he's married, and his wife speaks.
How often do you meet with your pastor?
Like to have a sit down conversation, or just kind of like a
You said I'm
like
asking you. I'm
weekly
asking you.
attendance.
I'm asking you. You said I'm asking how often you meet your pastor.
Well, like to meet and like talk to them about things, I hardly ever.
So you said you're under the leadership of your pastor, but a man, how are you going to be under the leadership and you don't talk to him? Because I'm going to ask you the next question. You're a 43-year-old single woman who you haven't even talked to your pastor about it.
Hmm.
You're not special. You're just another Christian feminist. How can I dissect this stuff? How can I know 3 steps down the line what questions to ask you? Because this is what's infected the church. In one breath, you say, I'm under the headship of my pastor. When did you meet him? I don't talk to him. What?
So I do. There are a few pastors in the church. There is one head pastor, and I talk to one of the pastors pretty much every time I serve, which is a few times a month.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I have accountability in my life, if that's what you mean.
No, I'm asking you, where's the relational accountability? Who's helping you sort out the relationships with a man? See, the fact that I'm even having to explain this to you as a Christian woman is very disconcerting. So women are just supposed to be just floating through the village, individual by themselves, just making olive oil and bread, and living in their own hut, right? Just got a heart for Jesus, heart for God. We're supposed to be in Bethlehem, just doing our thing. Yeah, you supposed to. Where the single women live in those days, huh?
They're usually cared for. I mean, in those days, I don't know. They're usually
Yeah, where
cared
they
for
live,
by the
where they
church.
live,
Huh?
where they live. The whorehouse.
I don't know.
They lived in the whorehouse. Yes, because you were either in
Where
your
does it
father's
say that?
house, you were either in your father's house or your husband's house. Women didn't just live by themselves. You had single women, unattended women. They were in a whorehouse or on the street. And at least, and the women that were on the street, the widows, they could at least go to the church. Women aren't supposed to be unattended. You're supposed to have men in your life. This is what I'm saying. No matter how you come at this, I take it back to what you said was the guy in your life, your religious beliefs. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. You're living a faith lie. And I see it all the time. Not supposed to talk about it, but man, when I ask women in your position or men in your position, are you in a church that facilitates single marriage? No, then you need a new church. And I want to go back to the audience. Shoes on my feet, I bought them. Car I'm driving, I bought it. Rock I'm rocking, I bought it. It's only because they make money that they feel like they're independent. That's what this long conversation is to show. The reason so many pastors don't like me is because I point out the fact that they're not helping their single female parishioners couple.
It's simple and easy to understand. Kevin Samuels is basically advising single women to go to churches which have active singles ministry. Modern single women stand a higher chance to marry when they attend a church that cares for them. Churches today are littered with unmarried single girls, yet pastors are getting richer and richer with their tithe. Make a better choice starting today.
Do you tithe?
I do.
Goddamn right you do. 10%?
Yep.
Yeah, of course you do.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. What percentage of the church is single men these days?
I think there's a lot.
Okay.
But it would be you were right on the fear part. And
Thank you. $5,000. $5,000 or over 50, less than 60. That's $5,000 to $6,000 a year. Single women are a cash cow for the church. Cash cow. That's why male membership in churches decreased by about 40%. Why would you got single women lined up in church religiously pumping in $400 or $500 a month per head? Ask a woman if she's gonna spend $400 or $500 on a man, she tell you no, but she gonna put that in the offering plate for Jesus. Ain't following the pastor, ain't really trying to find her husband. I'm just gonna wait for Mr. Right. And they're like 5,000. I want you to think about sitting on a church aisle. Go to your. I used to sit around church. I'm like, this whole pew is full. Boom, 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 boom. 20, 30 women. 20, 30 women. $500 a head. Man, that's $15,000 per pew. 10 pews deep, that's $150,000 a month. The only people married at church, the pastor, the old people, the biggest part of the
lots of
church.
young couples.
Mhm.
But okay, yeah.
Are they the majority of the church? Is the majority of the church married?
I'd say, well, from what I've realized, yeah, there are a lot of married people in the church.
And what is the singles ministry like?
I honestly don't know.
You can't make this shit up, people.
couldn't make this stuff up.
You can't make this stuff up, people. You cannot make it up.
Mm-hmm.
Can't make it up. I mean, you've been a good sport, man, but you got to understand that you are in a relationship with yourself, and you say with God, but this ain't what God has told us to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a church with other married people. Where's your man?
Yeah.
You're not making enough to live on your own, and when your body breaks down, like we all do,
Mm-hmm.
this is not going to be good. We don't make enough money to be single. So I hope, whether you like the conversation or not, you can at least understand that there's a religious component. There's also a practical component. You don't make enough money to be like this. And that's why my show is effective, man, because I ask questions that people aren't willing to ask, not to just be a dick, but because I don't want to say it because I'm already probably in enough deep water. If you guys want to hear the first part of this, I'll go to Zoom and I'll clip the first part and upload it as a standalone video. No, ma'am, you're okay. Everything's okay, but I want to get some other folks in here too. Because this is when I did that first broadcast on Christian feminism, and a lot of folks got mad at me. A lot of churchmen. This is why one of them pastors came after me, insulting women and carrying on. Right. I know, huh?
Kevin Samuels has expressed how sensitive this topic is, especially to modern pastors. Modern women, you have got to open wide your ears and listen to Kevin Samuels.